EU nations have been called on to do more for refugees fleeing from the Taliban as hundreds of Afghans demonstrate in Brussels. Angry demonstrators have descended on Brussels to demand the European Union takes greater action to aid Afghan refugees. Hundreds of protesters waving the flag of the recently toppled Islamic Republic of Afghanistan gathered outside the EU Commission's headquarters to express their anger at the lack of support from European leaders. It comes as a growing number of EU members expressed concerns that the Taliban takeover of Afghanistan could trigger a repeat of the 2015 migrant crisis. The young crowd chanted and held placards calling for more refugees fleeing the Taliban to be welcomed under the European scheme. One woman can be seen holding a sign which reads, "No one is helping us." Other signs appeared to blame Pakistan for the Taliban victory in Afghanistan, with a number of Pakistani flags being set alight and burnt by the crowd. It comes after EU Foreign Affairs Chief Josep Borrell announced a willingness to open a dialogue with the Taliban. "We have to get in touch with authorities in Kabul, whatever they are. The Taliban have won the war, so we will have to talk to them," Borrell said on Wednesday. "I just said that we have to talk with them for everything, even to try to protect women and girls. Even for that, you have to get in touch with them." He added, "We'll have to talk with them in order to engage in a dialogue, as soon as necessary, to prevent a humanitarian and potential migratory disaster." The EU calls on the Taliban to respect their obligations under international humanitarian law in all circumstances, added the bloc's chief diplomat. The EU will also support Afghanistan's neighbors in coping with negative spillovers, which are to be expected from an increasing flow of refugees and migrants. Mr. Borrell has also warned the Taliban any future EU-Afghan partnership would rest on Kabul honoring its international obligations and human rights. Cooperation with any future Afghan government will be conditioned on a peaceful and inclusive settlement and respect for the fundamental rights of all Afghans, including women, youth and persons belonging to minorities, as well as respect for Afghanistan's international obligations, commitment to the fight against corruption and preventing the use of Afghanistan's territory by terrorist organizations, he said in a statement. On Wednesday, the UK's Home Secretary Priti Patel lashed out at French President Emmanuel Macron over a need for the EU to do more to aid Afghan migrants fleeing from Taliban rule. Ms. Patel, there is a crisis, there is a humanitarian crisis. The United Kingdom is creating new humanitarian routes to ensure that we can save lives and protect people. Within Europe, there is so much more that the EU Commission can do and could do in terms of stopping irregular migration and creating safe and legal routes. To be frank, I have also been talking to and persuading other EU states over recent months to effectively tell them to do much more on the humanitarian side.